Lecture 2, Complex Analysis. Path. A path is a continuous function gamma equals gamma of t from a real interval from alpha to beta into the complex plane. If gamma of alpha equals gamma of beta, then gamma is called a closed path or a closed loop. So for each parameter t between alpha and beta, the value gamma of t is a point on the path. The path starts at gamma of alpha and ends at gamma of beta. This determines its orientation. Example: let a and b be complex numbers and define gamma of t equals a plus t times the quantity b minus a for 0 less than or equal to t less than or equal to 1. Then gamma of t describes the line segment joining A to B. We sometimes denote this path by the segment from A to B. Now let us look at a circle. The circle with center O and radius r, starting and ending at the point O plus r, can be traversed in the positive anticlockwise direction as gamma plus sub O comma r of t equals O plus r e to the power I t for minus pi less than t less than or equal to pi. The same circle is traversed in the negative clockwise direction as gamma minus sub O comma r of t equals O plus r e to the power minus I t, again for minus pi less than t less than or equal to pi. Note that the same geometric path can have different parameterizations. The reversed path of gamma is defined by gamma minus of t equals gamma of alpha plus beta minus t for alpha less than or equal to t less than or equal to beta. Contour. A path gamma from the interval from alpha to beta into the complex plane is called simple if the following happens. Whenever t1 is strictly before t2, and the 2 points gamma of t1 and gamma of t2 are equal, then this can happen only at the endpoints. That is, we must have t1 equals alpha and t2 equals beta. In other words, a simple path intersects itself at most at the endpoints. A path gamma is called smooth if gamma is differentiable and gamma prime is continuous. At the endpoints, we mean one-sided differentiability. A contour gamma is a finite concatenation of smooth, simple paths gamma 1 up to gamma n, such that the endpoint of gamma j coincides with the starting point of gamma j plus 1, for j from 1 up to n minus 1. We write gamma equals gamma 1 plus dots plus gamma n. If the endpoint of gamma n coincides with the starting point of gamma 1, then gamma is called a closed contour. If gamma of t equals x of t plus I y of t is a simple, smooth path, then its derivative is gamma prime of t equals x prime of t plus I y prime of t. Its integral is taken component-wise. The integral of gamma of t with respect to t equals the integral of x of t with respect to t plus I times the integral of y of t with respect to t. and the length of gamma is the integral from alpha to beta of the modulus of gamma prime of t dt. Domain. The epsilon neighborhood of a point z in the complex plane is the open disk u sub epsilon of z, defined by all complex numbers w, such that the modulus of w minus z is less than epsilon. A set D in the complex plane is called open if for every point z in D there exists epsilon greater than 0 such that u sub epsilon of z is contained in D. A set is called closed if its complement is open. Now let D be a non-empty subset of the complex plane. We say that D is a domain if two conditions hold. First, D is open. Second, for any 2 points z1 and z2 in D, there exists a polygonal arc contained in D joining z1 to z2. Complex function. Let f from D to the complex plane be a complex function. With z equals x plus iy and w equals u plus iv, we may write f of x plus iy, which is the same as f of z, as w equals u plus iv, which is also u of x comma y plus I times v of x comma y. So every complex valued function can be viewed as a pair of real valued functions, namely u and v. Example: if f of z equals z bar, then f of x plus iy equals x minus iy. Hence, u of x comma y equals x, and v of x comma y equals minus y. A complex function is continuous if and only if its real and imaginary parts are continuous. F of z equals z squared. Let f of z equal z squared. Then f of x plus iy equals the quantity x plus iy squared, which is x squared minus y squared plus 2ixy. Thus, u of x comma y equals x squared minus y squared, and v of x comma y equals 2xy. Therefore, the image of the point z equals square root of 3 plus I is the point w equals 2 plus 2 square root of 3 times I. The line segment from 0 to square root of 3 plus I can be parametrized by gamma of t equals the quantity square root of 3 plus I times t for 0 less than or equal to t less than or equal to 1. Its image is the line segment from 0 to 2 plus 2 square root of 3 times I, because f of gamma of t equals the quantity square root of 3 plus I squared times t squared, which is the quantity 2 plus 2 square root of 3 times I times t squared. Again, for 0 less than or equal to t less than or equal to 1. The image of the half circle gamma of t equals 2e to the power it for minus pi over 2 less than t less than or equal to pi over 2 is the full circle, since f of gamma of t equals 4e to the power 2it for the same parameter interval. So a half turn in the z-plane becomes a full turn in the image. The cut plane. The complex plane with the negative real axis and the origin removed is called the cut plane. F of z equals square root of z, or z to the power 1/2. Suppose z squared equals r squared e to the power 2i phi, and this is equal to w equals rho e to the power I psi, which is also equal to rho e to the power I psi plus 2k pi I, where k is an integer. Then we obtain r squared equals rho and 2 phi equals psi plus 2k pi, where k is an integer. Therefore, r equals square root of rho and phi equals psi over 2 plus k pi, where k is an integer. So z equals r e to the power I phi, which is w to the power 1/2, equals square root of rho times e to the power I times the quantity psi over 2 plus k pi. Equivalently, z equals square root of rho times e to the power I psi over 2 times e to the power k pi I, where k is an integer. We define the principal value by square root of w equals square root of rho times e to the power I psi over 2. Hence, w to the power 1/2 equals square root of w times e to the power k pi I, which is square root of w times plus or minus 1, that is, plus or minus square root of w. F of z equals cube root of z, or z to the power 1/3. This final slide is a visual teaser for the cube root. It continues the same idea. Complex roots are naturally multivalued, and their behavior is best understood geometrically as well as algebraically.